Race 2 lining up here. The rain, unpredictable as ever, is beginning to come down, but we've got a reverse grid situation. These guys, Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney, they're lying 6th in the World Championship at the moment, but first time out on a long outfit. They chased Todd Ellis and Charlie Richardson all the way home. They'll be coming to line up here on the front row. So we've got a pair of 600s on the front row. Let's move further down. Over here, number 78, Neville Jones and Jody James came through from the back of the grid to finish 7th in race 1, 6th in class. So a really good effort for them. Alongside them, Gary Bryan and Phil Hyde. So we've got two 1000cc bikes behind the pair of 600s on the front row. John Holden, quickest 600 in race 1. There he is, number 3. Tim Reeves and Tristan back there on row 5. You can just about see the number 77 outfit alongside Barry James. And let me tell you, Steve Kershaw and Chris Walker are coming from the back of the grid, rows 11 and 12 respectively. Well, I can tell you, spits and spots of rain coming down. I've been going on and banging on about the weather all weekend, but it's really, really tricky. Trust me, it is going to be extremely difficult. Tyre choice again, a dilemma, but most of these guys have gone for slicks. They're not going to be caught out like race 1, where the tyres degraded when it began to dry out. So they're on slicks. Ricky Stevens had a good ride, he and Ryan Charlwood in race 1. Tim Reeves, just astonishingly good, and I alluded to the fact that he and the Birchells had a massive coming together in a road race in the Isle of Man last weekend, and for best reasons known to himself, Ben Birchall's not turned up here. But Tim Reeves coming from well down the order on row 5, but we've got two 600s on the front, but through the middle goes Gary Bryan, number 44. Ricky Stevens really charging into the lead. Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood on the JG Speedfit Kawasaki, but no, Gary Bryan and Phil Hyde going through. Look at the twitch. Up we go then towards Druid. Stevens on the inside. He needs the lead. He's got the lead. Reeves is in 4th. Walker is into Peach. Walker and Peach colliding. They're tangled together. Look at Ashley Hall's arm in the middle of that melee. Walker is free. Walker is free. Andy Peach is flapping a wheel arch, so he's sustained damage. That will mean he'll have to come in. But Chris Walker appears to be up and running. Reeves already in 2nd place. This is astonishing from row 5. He is so quick off the line. Look at the rain. Rain on the camera. Todd Ellis, Charlie Richardson, just blown into the weeds by Barry James and Jack Tritton. There, Andy Peach's wheel arch with a camera. And Chris Walker sidelined as well. So it's a double no score for the former Superbike star. At the front then, Reeves on the inside. No, camera angle told me a fib there. As they go through the back, down towards Stirling's. Now the sprint towards the bridge. Ricky Stevens, Ryan Charlwood lead. Tim and Tristan Reeves right with them. Ben Holland, Stuart Ramsey in without a wheel arch come Andy Peach and Ken Edwards. So it's been a bad day at the office for Andy Peach, that's for sure. These though are the top 3, all 1000cc, all Kawasaki. Tim Reeves now has got, I have to say, Ricky Stevens has found his mojo. He's had suspension problems, he's had an electronic problem. Coming to the grid in this race, he said, I feel much better. We have sorted the problem that's been plaguing me all season on the JG Speedfit called Kawasaki, and it shows. They're now running at Tim Reeves' pace. Tim and Tristan Reeves then on the back of the JG Speedfit bike. Has the championship gone? Well, it's a long season. We've got double points in the final round, so in bike racing anything can happen. Throw on the inside, the battle of the 600s. John Holden, who is not really in contention in this championship because he's doing World Series, goes underneath Todd Ellis, but still Tim Reeves looking right, looking left. Ricky Stevens and Ryan Charlwood then into Westfield and then down through Dingledale towards Sheen. We're approaching Sheen Curve now. On the inside, Tim Reeves loves the Brands Hatch Grand Prix circuit. Oh, wow! Look how he flew past Ricky Stevens. At Stirling's again. Round they go. Now, 2nd place it is for the boys from Portsmouth. Reeves leads. It's business as usual, the old firm. Tim and Tristan at the front. But Ricky and Ryan going well, holding their own. Can they hang on to the coattails? Ben Holland having a really, really good season. Gary Bryan, Phil Hyde. Rob Biggs, number 5, going well as underneath goes Kershaw. Of course, no points in race 1, but he's got it all to do coming right from the back of the grid. Number 29, Steve Kershaw and Stuart Clark on the Express Tyres Blink Body. Kawasaki flip the back round. It's non-stop action here. Up another place goes Kershaw in pursuit of Gary Bryan. Gary Bryan on the Santander Salt. Roger Body sponsored. Number 44 carrying the number, of course, that Roger Body used so often in earlier seasons when he rode that outfit. Kershaw alongside. More spots of rain on the camera. So it's on off the weather here, but it doesn't bother Kershaw. Kershaw and Stuart Clark are through. Identical sponsors for Rob Biggs and Ben Ramsey, number 5, Express Tyres. And Ian Hamilton helping them very much in the 2017 season. Look at Barry James and Jack Tritton. They really are charging hard. Again, running a slick tyre in this race. They've got to find their way past, will they? Well, Tim Reeves has stretched out just a little bit. It's about 3 seconds now advantage he has over Ricky and Ryan. But meanwhile, this battle further down the order is really raging. Gary Bryan at the front of it. Barry James and Jack Tritton lead Rob Biggs and Ben Ramsey, with Ian Guy and Jed Pilmore-Brady in line astern, these 4 outfits. Ian Guy, having done a few hill climbs recently, is just enjoying his 2017 season, if you like, cherry picking the meetings he wants to do and the ones he wants to have fun at. Having fun, Barry James, talking about somebody who's burst on the scene. We've not seen Barry James in this championship for, as my memory serves me well, about 4 seasons, and he was very quick. One of the only men ever to beat Tim Reeves round here on home ground, but it's not going to be so this weekend. Todd Ellis getting the big bike treatment as Rupert Archer and Steve Thomas blast the Hannafin Kawasaki past. Rob Biggs, Ben Ramsey having an absolutely great ride this time. They really are going well, holding their own. Gary Bryan having just got his way past, but Ian Guy and Jed Pilmore-Brady still very much in touch with this battle here. But Barry James now moving away from Gary Bryan. Rob Biggs, and I've said before, has had some health issues this year which affected his stamina and his endurance levels, but he's certainly putting up a good fight here. But is he going to be able to hold off Ian Guy? Well, the answer to that is no, because Ian Guy, also another competitor who knows his way around the Brands Hatch circuit like the back of his hand. I know it's a cliche, but it's the only one I can think of at the moment. He and Jed Pilmore-Brady doing an absolutely brilliant job. Ian Guy, something of a veteran, as I've said before, been around the scene for a long time, way back in the day. Rode the Royal Mail, bright red, postbox red, long outfit. Dean Nichols, number 11, has taken to his long outfit very well indeed, as Neville Jones, and they're ahead of Kevin Cable. So this is a really busy race all the way down the order. A big grid here. Through goes Kershaw, underneath Ben Holland, who pulls out on the left to try and get alongside Kawasaki. Plays Kawasaki into clearways, but Kershaw, a demon on the brakes, almost overcooks it, but he got it stopped. He's absolutely oozing with confidence this season, Steve Kershaw. He and Stuart Clark have gelled so well on the Express Tyres Blink Body Kawasaki, and they are honestly a force to be reckoned with. And I can tell you, Kershaw has just set the fastest lap in the race. So he is on a mission. Will he be able to wind in Tim Reeves, Ricky Stevens? Well, I don't know. Stevens will be the next target for Kershaw, that's for sure. Stuart Ramsey just doing enough to hold Ben Holland's sidecar wheel down there at Graham Hill Bend. Kershaw then at Surtees, up the hill, round and away out into the country. down Dingle Dell, where they're approaching 160 miles an hour on the drop down towards Hawthorne Bend. It's the fastest part of the circuit here, and I went trackside in practice. It takes your breath away, I can tell you. Oh, Kevin Cable. He doesn't smoke, but he's smoking now, that's for sure. So very sensibly gets it onto the green stuff, off the black stuff. Let's have a look. There it is. It let go, but he was very quick to respond. Kevin Cable, straight off the track. That's the thing to do. That looks to me as that's dropped a valve or something. Unfortunate and uncharacteristic. Guy Pawsey, hands in the air in frustration. Rob Biggs and Ben Ramsey, meanwhile, about to repay the debt, are they, on Ian Guy? No, Ian Guy too wily for that. Clips their nose off, going into Surtees. Is he going to be able to sustain it, though, on the run down towards Hawthorne Bend? His ageing Suzuki seems every bit as quick. And now on board with Tim and Tristan Reeves on the Carl Cox Motorsport Kawasaki. Tris, younger brother of the 5 times big bike champion and a couple of F2 wins, 7 times a world champion altogether, Tim Reeves. And by golly, it shows. There is no one around the scene at the current time able to hold a candle to him. Horsepower for horsepower, put it that way. Certainly Ben and Tom Birchall in their own right are so very quick on the 600, and it's just a pity they're not here this weekend. Steve Kershaw then homing in, closing in. There's the target as he goes past Barry Smith and Tracy Bryan, visitors here from New Zealand, also riding under the Carl Cox Motorsport banner. Lovely to see them here on a short outfit as well. But Kershaw safely by the back end of Ricky Stevens, drifting out. Can Kershaw close him down? It's a big ask. We're on the final lap here. We are on the final lap, so about 2.5 miles. 1.5 now because of where they are. Round they go towards Westfield. Westfield, the next right-hander. Then there'll be a way down Dingle Dell through to Sheen Curve. Reeves is already at Sheen Curve. Kershaw's closing in. Kershaw is closing in. The gap is visibly coming down. Round he goes then. Sterling's, they're at Sterling's. Now a massive sprint here. Kershaw senses that he can go one step better on the podium. He's already in 3rd place. Can he make it one step higher on the podium? Reeves is over the line. The Reeves brothers have won the race here, but who's going to grab second? It's neck and neck, neck and neck. Ricky Stevens, over the line he goes. Just beats Kershaw, but what a fantastic battle and a fight back from the back of the grid for Steve Kershaw. And I have to say, from row 5, Tim Reeves to win like that, brilliant stuff. No scores, of course, for Peach and Walker after that first lap shunt. I wonder what's going to be said in the paddock afterwards. Fastest 600s again, John Holden and Mark Wilkes. As Rupert Archer comes over, Gary Horsepole and Jimmy Connell having a very consistent season, but there it is. After nearly 16 minutes of racing, Tim and Tristan Reeves maintain their unbroken record with victory here in race 2. Only 6 seconds, so Stevens was very much more on the pace, as indeed was Kershaw. Holland, James, Bryan there consistently. Look at that. Ian Guy up to 7th. Top 600 was 9th. That was John Holden. Horsepole, McLaurin. Ellis there again scoring solid points ahead of Lewis Blackstock and Paddy Rosney. And a good grid started and a big grid finished.